Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this month's Dossier fragrance review. This is gonna be a big one. I have here 6 fragrances from Dossier to review for you. If you've been following my channel, you know that I've been working long-term with Dossier, where I bring you reviews every single month of several of their fragrances. So check out all my other Dossier content. I'll have all the videos linked in the description box. Dossier recreates really famous designers to niche fragrances at a fraction of the cost. A lot of really expensive perfumes honestly are just expensive because of the brand name attached to them. So with Dossier, they just strip off that brand name and just give you the high quality juice. They constantly add new scents on their site as well. I mean, I've been doing these videos every single month for over a year now, and I've never run out of new scents to try out. So there's tons of options on there. It could be a little overwhelming. So like I said, if there's anything you're curious about, check out my previous content if you want to know more. And if you are looking into a perfume on there and you want a review on it, comment down below which fragrances you'd want to see in my next month's video, and I'll be sure to get them and review them for you guys. And aside from having actual perfumes, they also have candles as well as room diffusers. I've tried both in previous videos working with them, and I love them both. And they actually also recreate high-end fragrances. For example, if you love Baccarat Rouge, they have a candle for Baccarat Rouge. Or Love Don't Be Shy from Kilian, there's a room diffuser for that. So if you're into these perfumes, now you can have even your room or your house smelling like these perfumes. And if you are an in-store shopper and you don't like online shopping, you can actually also find Dossier now in select Walmart stores. So check out your Walmart and they'll have a good array of fragrances to choose from. But if you are going the online route and you're a little bit worried about blind buying items, they actually have a risk-free program. Shipping is always free for 3 bottles or more, and you simply just test out those perfumes before making a full commitment to any of them. And whichever perfumes you choose to not keep or you don't like, whatever, you can actually just send those back to them within 30 days, no questions asked. Dossier is constantly running bulk deals and different sales on their site, so you can always get a good deal on these fragrances. And they also provided me with a code, which is Xenia10 for 10% off. Thank you again to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. And with that said, let's get into these perfumes, because in this video I have 6 perfumes to share with you guys. So let's get straight into it. All right, so let's start with their non-original fragrances first. So with their recreation perfumes, they come in these beige color boxes, whereas their original scents come in these orangey kind of colors. So we'll get to those, but first let's start with their recreations. So these boxes look like this. At the top you'll find the card that has the name of the perfume you got. It tells you the notes, what perfume it's inspired by, the concentration, just basically everything you need to know about the perfume you got. The first one I have here is called, if my camera would focus, that would be nice. This is Woody Tobacco. My hands are shaking. Why am I shaking so bad? This one is inspired by Replica's Jazz Club. I've always smelled Replica Jazz Club, but never wanted to spend that money on it. So I was so thrilled when I found that they had this perfume on their site. And I've seen this on their site for a while, but never actually got it. And finally I was like, let's get it. I need to have this scent in my collection, especially for the fall and winter season coming up. This scent honestly smells exactly what I would think walking into a jazz club would smell like or feel like. It just has this coziness, there's this boozy vibe to it. The notes are top notes of lemon, pink pepper, and neroli, middle notes of rum, dry fruits, blonde woods, and base notes of styrex, tobacco leaves, and vanilla. Even though it has those more edgy, dark sort of notes like the tobacco leaves, the rum, I feel like nothing really stands out too sharply on my skin. Like that tobacco leaves kind of scares me a little bit because tobacco tends to smell a little smoky on my skin, but I'm not really getting that in this perfume. It's really well blended. It doesn't smell too sharp. It's a perfect blend of, I would say, this really dark, boozy liqueur sort of vanilla, and it just reminds me of a warm, dimly lit room, just like super cozy. That's just the picture that I imagine in my head when I smell that perfume. Next up, I have this, which I think was new. I hadn't seen this perfume before. This is called Fruity Peony, and this one's inspired by Giorgio Armani Privé Pavioni Suju Eau de Toilette. I definitely said all of that wrong. Pretty sure this is the like high-end niche side of Armani, so I'm sure this perfume is probably like $300. This has top notes of raspberry, pink pepper, mandarin, middle notes of peony and rose, and base notes of musk, patchouli, and amber. When I saw these notes, I knew I'd probably like this one because the notes are very pretty. And I love raspberry, I love pink pepper, I love peony. It's one of my favorite florals because it just has warmth in it, and it's like this pink, sweet, feminine floral. And this smells like a gorgeous feminine, I'm getting bridal vibes out of this. It's really clean and pink florals. It's very uplifting. It kind of reminds me of Miracle from Lancome. It's that same pink pepper aromatic kind of scent. It's so beautiful. If you're looking for an everyday signature type scent, check this perfume out. I personally would not spend $300 on this perfume because it is so fresh and everyday, and I feel like when it comes to niche perfumes for me, if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I need something that's like very out there and crazy and unique and whatever. But for an everyday scent like this, I'm like, there's so many perfumes like this out there, but I love how this smells. It smells incredible, and I love that I have it in this version because yeah, it's just an easy grab and go kind of scent. Next is, oh, I'm excited about this one. This one is actually new. So they had a bunch of these fragrances that they've had before, but they now have these extreme versions. So this one's Woody Sage, and if you've watched my previous Dossier content, you probably have heard me talk about this because I would say this is probably in my top 10 Dossier fragrances that I've ever tried. Woody Sage is inspired by Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt, except this is the extreme version. So they have just amplified this, and it's just like a way stronger version of the original Woody Sage. So when I saw that, I had to have this because I love Woody Sage, and I haven't gotten Wood Sage and Sea Salt because first of all, that scent is not cheap. It's a Jo Malone scent, so obviously it's not cheap, but also it does not perform at all, which is another reason where I'm like, I'm not gonna spend way over $150 for a fragrance that doesn't even last. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm so happy to have these. Definitely a suede note in there that's definitely coming out on my skin. It's like this leathery vibe, but that mixture of that typical, you know, Wood Sage and Sea Salt sort of DNA really mixes so beautifully with that scent. This has top notes of fig tree, grapefruit, violet leaf, middle notes of marine notes, ambrette, plum, and base notes of clary, sage, amberwood, and suede. So yes, that makes sense because that suede is definitely prominent on my skin. This is basically just like a deeper, darker version of Wood Sage and Sea Salt to me, which I freaking love. And I think this gets way, way, way better the longer you have it on. And the last inspired fragrance I have here, this scent I am so excited about because I mentioned in my last Dossier video that I did last month that they need to make inspired version for 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, because as you guys know, I'm obsessed with that. And I know it's a cologne, it's not even a perfume, it's like technically for men. But my husband used to use that for the longest time and I was obsessed with it. Like, I would buy it for him because I just wanted him to keep wearing it. It was so good that I remember when he would get ready from work, that scent, like I would still be sleeping and that scent would wake me up out of my sleep when he would spray it before leaving, because the scent was just, it's addicting to me. It was so good that I actually started wearing it, even though it's like literally a cologne. It's that good. Some of you in the comments, when I mentioned that they need to recreate 1 Million, were like, they have 1 Million, and I'm like, and as soon as I read your comment, I ran to Dossier, and this was one of the perfumes I had to have. I'm so excited that they have this. So this is inspired by Paco Rabanne 1 Million the Eau de Toilette, which is personally the version that I love. This has top notes of green apple, grapefruit, and mint, middle notes of lavender, rose, cinnamon, and base notes of cedarwood, patchouli, and amberwood. This is the sexiest scent that you will ever smell. Now, I don't even really like cinnamon notes, but this just takes the cake and it smells exactly like 1 Million. So freaking good. And I'm so happy to own this because I would always steal the 1 Million from my husband. So now I have my own 1 Million. Okay, and now let's get into the 2 original scents that they have. So this comes from the Musk collection. They frequently do these collections with their own original scents. So this one is called Chasing the Sun. It looks like that. Why won't my camera focus? There we go. This one says, indulge in a sensual sun-kissed glow and the warm beaches in the south of France. This has top notes of coconut, warm sand accord, bergamot, and plum, middle notes of orange flower, ylang ylang, tuberose, jasmine sambac, and base notes of warm musks, vanilla, benzoin, myrrh, and patchouli. The scent family for this is musky and ambery. I love anything tropical. It smells so good. It has such like warmth to it. It's one of their best originals, I would say. It's just like transporting me to a beautiful beach in Greece. That's stunning. I really like that. If you want to smell like a tropical beach sun-kissed goddess, check this one out. And then the last one I have here, this is called Free the Musk. This one says a hug that makes every inch of your skin feel warm and alive. This has top notes of cardamom, cinnamon, lily of the valley, middle notes of clove, ylang ylang, fresh jasmine, and base notes of white musks, amber woods, myrrh, and caramel. The scent family for this is musky and spicy. I love spicy notes. Musky is like hit or miss for me, but in trying this one out, this literally smells like a warm hug. There's this soapiness in here also that reminds me of a soap that I used in my childhood. It's very clean, and then I can smell that cinnamon, but the cinnamon usually is very spicy and sweet almost in sense, but in this one it's clean cinnamon, so it's just really strange. I've never smelled a scent like this before. There's something cozy about it. I've never explained a musky scent as cozy, but this does it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. This one's so good and really unique. This says the ravishing combination of a warm cardamom and tactile musk stands out among the alluring bouquet of spicy, floral, and rich notes. Envelop yourself in a sensual blend of enlivening spice, fresh florals, and a lush base of subtly sweet white musks, amber woods, smoky myrrh, and caramel. This is gorgeous. Definitely unique. I've never smelled a scent like this. And I will be for sure keeping that around in my collection. And I think it'll be perfect for fall and winter because there's just this like cozy warmth to it, even though it's clean and musky at the same time. So strange, but so like signature scent worthy to me. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed yet another month of Dossier content. Let me know in the comments if you want me to review any other scents on there. Don't forget to use my code Xenia10 for 10% off at checkout. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.